guys, and it is week 5 that we are kicking off. You guys know the drill by now. This is strength training. Fun and functional movements that I teach every Monday to fine-tune some of the major muscle groups in your body. Today, the equipment that you guys are going to need is going to be 2 weights, so 2 dumbbells or 2 canned items, 2 bottles, 2 of anything. And for runners and walkers, why is strength training important? You want to make sure that you take a comprehensive approach to your training, and this is one of those things that can help you along the way to perform at your best. So if it's your first time joining us, I want to say welcome. My name's Natalie Cabanas. I'm a CrossFit Level 1 trainer, and if you guys are joining us again, I want to say welcome back, and thank you for continuing to join me every week. So let's review today's class. We're going to start with a 5-minute warm-up. We're going to do a 5-minute demonstration of today's movements. We're going to move into a 14-minute workout today, and then we'll wrap it up with a couple of stretches and a couple of announcements. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure that you clear some space, and I'm going to run us through a bunch of warm-up exercises. Let's do this. Okay, let me start my timer. The first thing that we're going to start off with is 1 minute of inchworms. Here we go. All right, remember inchworms? We're standing up. We're bending towards the ground, walking our hands out into the plank position, and then walking our hands back in. I'm going to move this to make sure you guys can see me. There we go. All right, keep it up, guys. Walking it on out. Stretching those hamstrings, plank position, walk back in, back up. Walk out, all the way, plank position, walk back in, back up. 20 more seconds. All right, you were just waking up. Take this nice and easy. Want to ease into these movements. Plank position. All the way back up. There we go. Now we've got 1 minute of toe touches with an air squat. So we're going to reach for our toes and then do 1 air squat. Toe touch, air squat. Remember with our air squat, our chest is up, our knees are out. They're tracking the line of our toes. We're sitting back into our heels. And we're squeezing those glutes at the top. Make sure that you really squeeze right here. Warm up those glutes. Nice and easy each time. Sit a little bit deeper into that squat. Nice and easy. We've got 20 more seconds. Reach for the floor if you can. If not, just try to reach a little lower each time. Keep it up. 5 more seconds. Next up, we're jogging in place. So now that we moved our joints a little bit, warming up those hips, hamstrings, shake it out. You guys know me. I like to switch up the run in place. Run around a little bit. Makes me feel like I'm moving a little bit more. All right, move those arms too. We are 30 seconds in. Pick up those feet a little bit more. Want those knees to come up. Pick up that pace a little bit. We're trying to get our heart rate up. 20 more seconds. Here we go. Happy Monday. We are moving. All right, 10 seconds. Next up, we've got 30 seconds of Cossack squats. 3, 2, 1. All right, get some space, straddle, and from here, we're gonna sit to the right-hand side and push on up. Left-hand side, push on up. Oh, if you guys heard that was my hip. Means this warm-up is working. All right, each time, make sure you keep your chest up, and you want to focus on keeping your heel towards the ground. That heel should not be coming up off the ground. All right, 30 seconds is up. Next, we've got 30 seconds of push-ups. So, as always, remember you can do them on your knees or take it to your feet. Either way, make sure your chest is hitting the ground each time. Hands are shoulder width apart. Keeping that butt nice and tight. Give me one more. Good job. All right, now we are switching to our shoulder press. We're gonna do 30 seconds. If you have your weights with you, go ahead and pick them up. Remember, let them sit on your shoulders, elbows in. From here, press straight up. Give me 30 seconds. Shoulder press. Keep those abs nice and tucked. Remember, we're not overextending or overarching like this. We want to make sure our abs stay in a nice lumbar curve. All right, last but not least, we've got 30 seconds of a deep squat. So go ahead, put your feet wider than hip width apart. Go ahead and sit back deep into that squat and stay there. From here, I'm going to use my elbows to push against my knees, and I'm going to rock and come up on each one of my feet. So it's okay here to have your heels come off the ground. Usually it's not, but I'm going to say it's okay this time. As you do this, make sure you keep your chest up. Sometimes the tendency is to hover over and to arch our back, and we don't want that. I want you to just rock from side to side, just really feeling yourself opening up those hips. All right, stand on up. Good to go. Good jobs. Good morning, Omari. It's great to have all of you guys here. Remember, we're not alone. We're doing this together. We've got 12 of us today, which is exciting. All right, next part, we're going to demonstrate our movements. So make sure that you have your 2 weights with you, okay? All right, I'm going to bring on my lovely assistant. Come on, Eduardo. He's going to help us out again today. You want to grab the dumbbells? Okay, so our first movement today is the dumbbell thruster. So this is something new that I have not taught you guys yet. So this is definitely exciting, and I hope you guys are excited to learn this new movement. Okay, so what is our setup? Let's see. Good morning, Germania. Good morning. Hope I didn't mess up your name too bad. All right, so your 2 dumbbells. We're going to start by having your feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to take your dumbbells and have them sit and rest just like you were going to do a shoulder press, just like so. From here, Eduardo's going to demonstrate this movement slowly, and then he's going to do it at the normal pace that you're going to be doing at the workout. So what he's going to do is he's going to lower himself into a front squat. Notice that he keeps his elbows up. From here, he's then going to use his hips and explode up and then press those dumbbells at the top. So that was slow motion. One more time. So lower into a front squat, elbows stay up, push up, stand up, and use your power and the momentum in your hips to push those dumbbells on up. So now can you do it how you would do the normal speed of a workout? And you guys will notice he'll use the explosion from his hips to almost have those dumbbells become a little bit weightless for a moment as he comes up, and then he'll use that momentum to then continue just to push the dumbbells all the way up until his arms are completely straight at the top. So let's talk about what are some common faults that we usually see. So this is a movement where there's a lot going on, and so there is potential for a lot to go wrong. So the first thing is not getting down full completely into your squat. So you'll notice here, he did not go to full depth. When we're doing a squat, we want our hips to go below parallel. There you go. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Next is a lot of times because we have weight sitting on the front of our shoulders or the front of our chest, the tendency is to then lean forward when you get to the bottom of that squat. See how far forward he's coming? Now correct yourself, Eduardo. Yeah, guys, really pay attention to that today because you want to make sure that you keep yourself in a safe position. Remember, number 1 priority for me is always to keep you guys safe, and that is to make sure that you keep your back nice and tight, and then there's no bend, and then you're not leaning forward. Next is there's the chance that you might want to drop your elbows at the bottom of that squat. So sorry, Eduardo, go back down there. Notice how low his elbows are right now. You don't want your elbows to come in between your knees. Instead, you want to make sure that you keep them nice and up in that front rack position is how we call it. And then last but not least, a really common fault is to separate these two movements. And kind of like when he was demonstrating super slowly, he first does the front squat, and then he pauses, and then he presses. So essentially you are doing the movement, but really to call it a thruster, you want to make sure that you have a fluid motion. So do it one more time, normal speed, Eduardo. Again, and the purpose of this is to use that momentum to help you push those weights up. You know that you're doing it correctly when the weights almost feel a little bit weightless for a moment. Awesome. Okay, next up, the movement is the burpee. You guys know this, we've done it before. Again, it's a full body strength training exercise. It's really one of the ultimate movements because it works so many things, your arms, chest, quads, glutes, hamstrings, and your abs. So he's going to demonstrate. The one thing today that's going to be the kicker is you're actually going to jump up over your object. You're going to do burpees over your object today. So just a quick reminder on how to do the burpee. You're standing with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to shoot your hands down on the ground, shoulder width apart. Shoot those feet back. You're going to lower your body into a push-up position. You're going to push back up. You're going to bring your feet to your hands. And then this time, he's going to jump over his object. So a couple common faults. Remember when we said if we want to rest, we don't want to rest at the bottom of our burpee. You want to instead use the momentum that you're going to push yourself back up to then use that to jump over. If you need to rest, rest at the top. And then last but not least, do not sag your hips. So show them real quickly what that looked like. He'll turn to the side so you guys can see it better. So his hands are down and he literally is sinking his hips when he shoots his feet back. Again, we don't want to hurt our back, guys. And then quick reminder, there's many different ways to do the burpee, but this is the one that we're going to use today. If the jumping is too much for you, you can always step, right? So step back, step in, and then step over your object. That's completely fine. You're still getting the full range of motion. You're still getting the full benefit of it. So that would be fine. Okay. So one more thing to add, if you really want to do like extra credit work today, instead of doing your burpees laterally, which is what Eduardo is doing right now, which is literally just side by side, you could do burpees facing your object. So that means face your object when you do your burpee, and then as you jump over, you then are going to turn around and face it again. And you could actually get some extra work done there. I'm not going to do that today because I don't really have that much room. But if you do have the room, I really encourage you to do that because you'll get even more of a workout. Okay. Thanks, Eduardo. Appreciate your help. Okay, guys. So 2 or 3 more minutes before we get started. Let's review the workout. All right. So today we've got an AMRAP. So remember, as many rounds and reps as possible. That's what the acronym stands for. We're going to do 7 thrusters and then 7 burpees over our object. So pretty simple, 7-7. Hopefully you can remember that. I know some of my other rep schemes have been a little bit more complicated, but today we're going simple. So I decided to keep these numbers in small sets because I really want you to try to do these things unbroken. That means do the complete 7, do the complete 7. Try not to break it up into 4 and 3 or whatever else you need. I'm going to give you 2 strategies because I always like to talk about strategy, right? So 1, either move slower and constantly move, right? So the slower you go, meaning that you can stay moving the entire time, or move quickly and try to take very, very short breaks. Whatever you do, do not move super, super quickly and then have really long breaks. That completely defeats the purpose of what we're trying to do today because we want to keep our heart rate up so we can get the most out of our workout. Okay, so hopefully you got your objects ready to go. I got mine. Let me set them in place so you guys can get a good view. We're good there. All right, got my music ready. If you got a watch, make sure you have that ready. If you want to put on, you're about to complete a high intensity interval training. Every week I always forget to do this, but today I'm going to do it. So it means my workout actually counts. All right, guys, here we go. 14 minutes. All right, we're counting it down. Ready? 7 and 7. Here we go. Virtual fist bump. I forgot. Whoosh. All right, let's do this. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Pick up those dumbbells. Start us off. Give me 7. Squeeze those glutes as you extend your hips. That was 7 for me. Here we go. Over that object. You got it, guys. Remember what we said about strategy. Constantly moving if we can. No breaks. Not between these sets of 7. I think this is going to be 7. There we go. Don't forget, keep track of your rounds. Round 1 for me. Took me about 1 minute. Back at the top, notice I use this time to get my breath. Now I'm going to do a full set of 7. Here we go. Remember, keep those elbows up. Explode as your hips come up. Keep those abs nice and tight. Our knees are out. Here we go. 7 burpees. Let's do it. Nice and steady. Over the object. This is 3. Keep it up, guys. You can do this. I've got 2 more burpees. Here we go. Nice. Round 2. We're 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Remember to focus on each movement. Be intentional about what you're doing. All right, back to my thrusters. Deep breath. Think about allowing the weight to bring your body down. And then as you stand up, it's almost as if you're jumping. Do you have a question? Good morning, Yvette. All right, send those hips back, explode up. Push those dumbbells up, straight over your head. 7 for me. All right, keep it up, guys. Remember, focus on the strategy that we talked about. Nice and steady. You can do this. Believe in yourself. I'm on number 4. 5. Remember, guys, try to complete your full set. And then take a break. All right, 4 minutes in. Remember, you gotta build a strong mindset, and then your body will follow. It's the secret. The mind. It's an important muscle too. All right, back to our thrusters. Send those hips back. Keep that chest up. Really explode as you come up. Abs are nice and tight. Driving those knees out. 1 more. Good. All right, guys, we have less than 10 minutes left. Here we go. As I jump over my object, I like to use my hands to propel me back and then to jump over safely. Can tell you many times in a workout, I was in too much of a hurry and I ended up tripping And we don't want that. So make sure you're intentional about each jump or each step. One more. There we go. All right. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Remember that our bodies are really capable of some amazing things. So let's admire that. And let's challenge that today. Back to our thrusters. Keep my elbows up the whole time. I want to think about keeping your elbows parallel with the ground. That's a good way to think about it. Burpees! Let's go! You got it, guys. Remember, you're the engine today. You control the speed and tempo of the workout. We're in control of our focus, in control of our effort. Number 4. This is number 5. 2 more. I think I lost count again. What happens when I lose count? I always add a couple more just in case. So let's do one more. There we go. All right. We're about to hit the halfway mark. Heck yes. Back to the thrusters. Let me take a breath. You got it, guys. We got 13 people with us this morning. Remember, we're not together physically. We're able to do this together. Okay, break is done. Back to it. I mean business. You should too. Remember, you woke up this morning for a reason, right? Get the best out of this workout. Push yourself. Truly focus on what we're doing. Each one of your movements should be intentional. Here we go. Burpee. Hands down, feet back, chest to the ground, push up, jump, go. It's only 7. We could be doing 15. Or you remember that day we did 21? Let's be grateful. Small sets. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, if you guys saw me, I was a little tempted to rest at the bottom there, but I know that's not good for me, so I did it. All right, deep breath. Here we go. Back to the thrusters. On my shoulders, sending my hips back. Weight is in my heels, exploding up. Squeezing those glutes at the top. You got it, guys. All right. Take a little breath in between each set. Remember, with the burpees, we don't want to sag our hips. So focus on that. Here we go. Four. 5. The more that you bring your hips closer to your hands when you do your burpee, so feet down, bringing your hands closer you bring her, the easier it is to stand up and then to jump. So think, when you bring your hands in, try to bring them as close as you can to your body. All right, we've got 4 minutes left. let's try to do 2 rounds in 4 minutes. What do you guys think? Here we go. That means I really gotta focus. Remember to breathe. Exhale on your way up with these thrusters. All right. Trying to finish 2 rounds, 4 minutes. What do y'all think? It's always good to set goals, even in a workout. Think to yourself, I'm gonna do this set unbroken. I'm gonna rest during this period. All of that's important. You gotta be intentional. Strategy is just as much important as part of a workout is your actual effort. Gotta have reasoning behind it, right? Woo! All right, here we go. We did that round in 1 minute. Whoa. All right, it's a lot of pressure. Here we go. 3 more minutes, guys. Whatever you have left, use it. Remember, make sure your arms completely locked out all the way at the top at the thruster. Good job. We're jumping over our object. I'm watching you guys. We're jumping over our object. We're stepping over our object. Either one. Here we go. I'm in it with you. I'm in it with you. Four. Here we go. 2 more. Come on. Yes. All right, how much time? 90 seconds. We got another round in us. What do we think? I need a breath. Hold on. Woo! In through your nose. Out through your mouth. That's better than in through your mouth and out through your mouth. Remember that. All right, I'm gonna do it. Here we go. We can do this. Less than 90 seconds. Really focus, guys. Get the most out of this. You woke up. Maybe earlier than usual. Maybe you're right on time. Either way, let's make the best of it. We've got 1 minute. Whoa. Go, guys, go. Nobody resting. Nobody resting. 1 minute. Nobody resting. 45 seconds. Oh no. I rested at the bottom. Don't tell anybody. Shh. One more, come on. 30 seconds. Don't get sloppy, don't get sloppy. Focus. Still want good reps here. All right, 15 seconds. Don't get sloppy. Don't sacrifice form for speed. Come on. 10 seconds. How many reps can you do in 10 seconds? 4, 5, 6, and time. Time. Cut it. Woo. 14 minutes done. Turn off your watch if you're keeping track like I am. All right. Let me turn my music down here. Woo. Good job, guys. Good job. You should be proud of yourselves. I'm proud of you. All right, deep breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Give me 2 more. I don't know if I'm out of breath. Y'all out of breath. Talking and doing this. Woo! Can get you. All right, 1 more deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good job. All right, Hopefully you're walking it off a little bit, getting some water. We're gonna cool down. Thanks, Eduardo. All right, just so y'all know, it is 7:31. I wanna be mindful of your time. I need about 5 more minutes and then I'll let y'all go. Okay, so let's do a couple stretches to cool us off. The first one we're gonna do is down dog. So, let's go ahead and get on all fours. From this position, all you're gonna do is push back onto your feet, like so. Push your head through your shoulders. Push your head through your shoulders. And push down on your heels. Try to keep those feet, let me come up here so you can hear me. Try to keep your feet, or your legs rather, as straight as possible, but you can have a slight bend in them. The biggest thing, keeping those arms locked out, pushing your head through your shoulders. The closer you can get your feet to the ground, the more of a hamstring stretch you're gonna get. But either way, should feel great. All right, so let's go ahead and come out of that. Next, we have a child's pose. So you can stay on the ground. From here, you're gonna sit on top of your knees. We're gonna take our arms and stretch them out in front of us, just like so. Arms are gonna be completely locked out, and you're gonna use your butt to sit back. You should feel this in your shoulders. Again, you wanna try and push your head through your shoulders and keep those arms locked out as best as you can. And put your weight into your butt, again, pushing there, pushing your head through your shoulders and stretching out your arms. You should feel it in your lats. So go ahead and stay there for a moment. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is a runner's pose. So go ahead and come out of that. Stay on the ground. Everybody here, I'm sure is familiar. We're gonna go on our left knee. We're gonna kick our right foot out in front of us. And we're gonna press our hips, feeling the gravity. Just push those towards the ground. That right knee, I want you guys to think about pushing it out. Go ahead and put those hands over your head. Deep breath in. And exhale. As you exhale, look up towards the ceiling and try to sit a little bit deeper into that lunge. All right, let's switch to the other side. So our left leg's coming up. We should not have our knee in front of our toe. Instead, we want our knee to be just over our ankle. Let me get out here so you guys can see. There we go. All right, same thing. Thinking about pushing those hips into the ground. Think about gravity, just grabbing your hips, pulling it towards you. Arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Eyes towards the ceiling. Lean back if you can. Think about actively stretching, pulling up towards the ceiling. There's something up there that you want. Maybe your breakfast. All right, now you guys can shake that out. Great job today, guys. I know that one was a tough one for me, so I'm sure, and I hope that it was challenging in a good way for y'all. So thank you again for joining us. Remember that you can join our staffer, Justin Gaiman, tomorrow. Same time, 7 a.m. He's got his plyometrics class. If you're liking any of the gear that I have on, remember that you can find a link to it to our web store at the bottom of the description of this video. Again, guys, we always welcome feedback. If you have any, please send it to please send it to thedistance@atlantatrackclub.org. We want to know what you like, what you don't like. We just love to hear what you want so we can continue to provide you with that content. And, if you think that there's somebody... Thanks, Amari. If you think that there's somebody that would benefit from this workout, please take the link, share it with them, family and friends. We just want to continue to spread the word to help people continue to move, stay active and healthy in this time of social distancing. And last but not least, you can always stay up to date. Thanks, TJ. Stay up to date on the distance by following Atlanta Track Club on social media. We'll continue to post new content each and every day, each and every week. So thank you again, guys. Please know how much it means that you guys are waking up with me early on these Monday mornings and we're doing this together. So stay safe and we'll see you next Monday.